watching a movie with my grandkids, Finding Dory, and it's about that little fish who has very short-term memory. And I thought, I can relate to that fish, especially regarding scriptures. Have you ever had a scripture that has meant so much to you? I mean, it's just had this powerful impact on your life. And then a couple days later, you have forgotten that scripture entirely. It's as if you never read it. And I had that experience recently. I found a scripture that I had written out in my journal a few years ago. And it's Psalms 112, verse 7. And it says, "He will not fear bad news, for his heart is firm, trusting in the Lord." And I read that scripture and I thought, oh, I forgot about that scripture. That is so good. I have no reason to fear bad news. And then a couple days later, I came home and water was coming up through my carpet. And I immediately forgot about that scripture. And I looked at that water in my carpet and I was just fearful. Oh no, what's causing this? Where is it coming from? What do I do about it? How am I going to pay for this? All the stuff, right? That comes to mind. And then I saw this scripture again and I was convicted because I really forgot about it. It wasn't really breathing within my heart. And I thought about how necessary it is for us not to just read the word, but to meditate on it, to allow His word to come in, right, and grow within us, to review it and repeat it and to memorize. And, His word is alive. And so to allow His word just to breathe through us and draw upon it and live it out in our everyday life. And so I sat down with the Lord again and convicted. And I just started to declare, Lord, I will not be afraid. I will not be afraid of bad news. That word news has so many meanings. It can mean bad report, bad rumor. Have you ever been talked about? That's a hard thing to swallow when people are saying things that are not true and they're circulating. Wow, we can go into a place of fear. What if people believe it? What if people, think it's true? All that stuff. We don't need to fear a bad report. We don't need to fear bad news from the doctor. We don't need to fear bad financial paperwork that comes our way. We don't need to fear bad news because our trust is in Him. And He is completely trustworthy. He is all powerful. He is all knowing. He is faithful. He is steady. And He adores us. He takes great pleasure in our well-being. He is trustworthy. And in Him, we hold our trust. So with that, I just want to encourage you to take time to read His word, and not just read, but meditate on His word. Dwell on it. Allow His word just to penetrate within our own hearts and live out of that today. Have a good day. Bye.